It gets real with Karina. Each week, Karina will discuss serious topics and is not shy to tell you how it is. On her show, she covers day-to-day situations and provides her opinion along with feedback from her listeners.
Hello, you're listening to It Gets Real with Karina, and today I will be talking about emotional eating, why it happens, and how to stop it. Emotional eating is a common phenomenon where individuals turn to food as a way to cope with their emotions. When faced with stress, anxiety, boredom, or sadness, some people find comfort in eating. Some of the causes can be external triggers, which is the work stress, the financial worries, the health issues, and relationship struggles that can lead to emotional eating. Some of the internal factors are not realizing how you feel, difficulty understanding and describing emotions, and inability to manage emotions, which may contribute to emotional eating. So, I am the best person to speak about this because I am a emotional eater. Well, I'm coming out of it, so I don't know if I should still claim it because I have been doing extremely well in this area for the past few months, but it is something that comes and goes. When you're upset, you're sad, you're mad, you're bored, you're ready to eat. And it doesn't only have to be with people who are overweight. Even small people are like this. We run to food when we need that help to cope in different areas. For me personally, I have been my heaviest when I am at a job that I do not like. When I used to work at Motor City, I was huge. I would just eat my feelings. I would hate going to work every day, working 8 hours in a miserable place. So I would just continue to eat my feelings. I would be eating on both of my breaks. I wouldn't even be hungry, but I will be eating. And emotional eating for me didn't just begin when I became an adult. I was emotional eating when I was a child. I used to always say, food is my best friend. I can get a whole hot and ready, y'all, and eat that whole piece by myself. Remind you, a hot and ready is 8 slices a piece. I am not ashamed to say that because we are here to talk about the realness and the faults that we have encountered when it comes to emotional eating. When I was going through things as a kid, I didn't know who to run to. I didn't know how to deal with my feelings. I didn't know why certain things were happening. So I ran to food. And childhood obesity begins with emotional eating in so many ways because it could be childhood trauma that is affecting that child and you will never know. But maybe they are running to food to cope. They might be afraid to tell their parents something that they're going through. So they run to food for them to feel better. Even adults do the same thing. When I am upset, I want to eat. Mad, sad, happy, I want to eat. But you guys, I got a therapist a month ago. And I am so excited because now I don't have to just run to food with my pride. I don't have to choose food as a coping mechanism. Now I have a professional who is going to talk to me and guide me along the way. So everything that I was going through before I had a therapist, I was trying to manage on my own. And it became extremely overwhelming, especially having another child, postpartum depression. A lot of people don't talk about that. When I went to my doctor a few months ago, she stated that I could have still been going through postpartum depression. Although my daughter is almost 2 years old, she states it doesn't matter. You still can be going through postpartum depression. So I was like, okay. I took a step back and I'm just like, okay, maybe she's right. I don't know how it goes. So I started doing a little studying for myself. And studies show that you really can still be going through postpartum depression. So I knew I needed to talk to somebody. Just like you go to the doctor for your health issues with your body, you have to still go to a doctor for the issues in your mind. And that's what I did. Thank God for my mother because she allowed me to have a therapist as a child as well. So yes, I ran to food, but I also got the help that I needed along the way, just in time for me to get focused as I grew older in my life. So like I said before, emotional eating, when you dealt with it all your life, it doesn't just go away. For me, I get in a space where I'm focused. I only eat when I'm hungry. I'm not snacking all the time. I'm busy. I'm on the go. I'm happy. I'm loving life. I'm enjoying life. And I'm not trying to overeat. I'm not running to the fridge to cope because at that moment, I don't need anything to cope. I don't need any coping mechanisms when life is great, right? But what about when life gets bad? What about when you feel like your world is crashing down? That is when I'm shaky. That is when I want to run to my drug of choice, which has always been food. So, with that being said, remember that seeking professional help or talking to a counselor can provide valuable guidance if emotional eating becomes problematic. It's just no way around it. If you need to get professional help in this situation, no matter what anyone says, do it. Do it for you, do it for your babies, and do it for those who love you. Because being so deep into this emotional eating frenzy can cause more harm than good. When I tell y'all, I started becoming so overweight, like my knees would be hurting, my back would be hurting. It really starts to mess with your health. It starts to mess with your attitude. I mean, it's so many underlying issues that occur when you're attached to something like food. Food addiction is real. It is like any other addiction in this world. I don't care. It's the same as any other addiction. Alcohol, pills, marijuana, it is the same. It's just a different drug of choice. And when you finally come to the understanding that it is the same, and we still have to follow protocol and take the steps that we need to becoming better, to recover, to become a better you, then that is when you will finally see the light. You will finally see the way out. Eating releases dopamine, and dopamine is a brain chemical that makes us feel good. And we love to feel good. But do you know there are so many other ways to get that dopamine release that you need? Exercise. I love to work out when I can. When I was working out like 5 days a week, I was getting it in. When I tell you I was feeling so stress free, I was feeling so relaxed. Nobody could not knock me off my square. Nobody could not take me out of my focus. Like I was literally in the gym at 6 a.m. 5 days a week. And then sometimes I will go to the track on Saturday. So I'm doing 6 days getting it in because I knew I was dealing with a lot of stress in my life. And I knew that I needed a release, a healthy release. Meditation is another release where you can get dopamine. I love to relax, listen to my sensational music, do some stretches, and just open up and do some breathing routines and allow the greatness to come in that way. Allow yourself to release anything that is holding you back, anything that is holding you down, anything that is keeping you captive, anything that is taking you to a place where you feel like you want to overindulge. You need to get your mind in a space where I am not going to overindulge in things that are not good for me. Sleeping releases the dopamine that you need. Everybody know that a good nap don't hurt nobody. And guess what? It be feeling good. You be like, oh, I wake up with a little slob on my cheek. Listen, I love to sleep when I can, okay? I love to get me a couple Z's in. And I'm feeling so relaxed, so energized, so excited. And it's just like I'm just prancing around, doing what I need to do. I'm not even thinking about eating a slice of cake. Get another hot and ready with 8 slices of pizza. I'm not thinking about any of that. I'm thinking about things that are going to benefit me and my body. Listening to music. That is another awesome way to release that dopamine that your body needs. The dopamine that makes you feel good. I don't know about you, but I love me a good song. And I will have it on repeat in my car. I'll be jamming. I don't care. I'll keep going back, listening to that same song. And more than likely, it's a gospel song for me. And it's so inspirational and motivational. And I am in a space where I just don't want to come down sometimes. I'm just sitting in my car. I could be in my driveway, not wanting to get out of the car because I'm listening to my song. Sometimes getting the things that you need, the things that your body needs, is just a game changer. It changes your entire life. It changes the way you interact with people. It changes your mood. It changes the way you think. It changes your energy level. I mean, everything around you begins to move in a totally different direction when you're doing things that are making you happy. Getting the correct sunlight exposure is another way where you can release that dopamine, the brain chemical that makes us feel good. You know, we love some sun, okay? And those who are in the north, y'all know we barely get sun. So when we see some sun, we don't know how to act. And your whole entire mood changes. You get excited. You get happy. You're ready to do all these different things that you haven't done in a while. You're ready to put on clothes that you haven't worn. And guess what? You're going to be looking so good and so awesome in those clothes because you're not overindulging. Because guess what? You're not even thinking about food because you already releasing the dopamine in other areas of your life. So you're in your happy space just by doing the awesome things that your body already needs. It's so many ways to get to that happy place that you need to get so you don't go back to emotional eating and using food as a coping mechanism. I can go back as far as I can go back when I knew that I had a problem with the way I handle things in my life when it comes to stress, anxiety, emotional trauma. I can say elementary school. It's very, 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 very far back. And normally when you experience trauma, it starts very young. And when you do not get it addressed, when you don't talk about it, you use different ways to heal yourself. Unhealthy ways. Ways that we should not use. Ways that will actually harm you more than it would benefit you. In 2016, I needed some accountability. I was like, you know what? I want to lose weight. I want to get focused. I just want to be a better person overall. Health was my main goal because I've always been a heavier woman. I've always been a heavier girl growing up. And I always felt like I couldn't lose weight. And if I did lose weight, I couldn't maintain. So in 2016, I'm like, I just need an accountability partner. I need someone to be on my head. Someone to just tell me, Karina, you got this. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. So I went on Facebook and I put a status out. I was like, I need an accountability partner. I want to go work out. I want to lose some weight. Who wants to join my weight loss group? I had a good amount of people who responded. And I created a Facebook group called Fat to Furious. But me being me, I knew that it would be more than a Facebook group because I wanted it to actually be a community. But I started off small. I started off slow. So, okay, let me create this Facebook group and go from there. So I created the Facebook group and so many people joined the group and we were able to encourage each other. We were able to keep each other afloat, work out together, eat healthy together, and we were able to actually um, encourage one another, send recipes to one another, and it just worked out so wonderfully. And it became more than really what I expected. So my Facebook group turned into a huge community of women and men encouraging one another. And years later, it's my business, Fat to Fears. And with Fat to Fears, we aim to encourage, uplift, and motivate people to become better versions of themselves. And our mission is to ensure that no one walks alone. And when I say no one walks alone, it's just that. When I needed some accountability back in 2016, I didn't want to walk alone. So I grabbed a few of my friends from Facebook, and they ensured me that I didn't have to walk alone. And other people who didn't want to walk alone grabbed our hand and ensured us that they wouldn't and we wouldn't walk alone. And that is what my organization is all about. And it will always be about accountability for one another, encouragement, positive reinforcement, all of the great things that we need to stay afloat in this trying world, in this world where we feel like we need the help, in a world where we feel like we want to turn to food because we're at our last end. Like we want to turn to all the negative things that we shouldn't turn to. Life isn't easy. And when it comes to things that pull us down, it's easy to be attached to that. But when you have accountability partners there to pull you up, to lift you up, it's truly amazing. It's truly amazing. So I love the teamwork that Fat to Fears has. I love the greatness and accountability that had occurred over so many years since I created this organization in 2016. And if you are not a part of the organization, it is free to join. Please go on www.fattofears.org to get on the email list. I send out beautiful emails, encouragement, food recipes, smoothie recipes, times where we can meet up and work out together, and all of the workouts are free. Please join. Don't hesitate to join, because when I tell you, you will not walk alone, you will not walk alone on your fitness journey. And I want you guys to know it is not always about weight loss. It's about loving yourself. It is hard to love ourselves when we are overweight, when we look in the mirror and we don't see the image that we want to see. A lot of times I've looked in the mirror and I see rows. I see stretch marks. I see jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. I see all of this stuff that I don't want to see. And then I think about it like, I still have to be grateful, because there's been a time where I was the size that I wanted to be. I was the perfect size. And guess what? I did not love myself. So me being bigger and gaining all of that weight, I finally started to love myself. So I had to go through all of that in order to love me. So I would like for you guys to embrace the body that you're in. Once you embrace your now body, your future body will be easier to obtain because you will start loving on you the healthy way without even thinking about it. Lately, I've been choosing better foods just because I know my body will benefit from it. And because I've grown to actually love them. I started losing weight and inches and didn't even realize it after changing my perspective. It is not going to happen overnight. May not even happen in 6 months to a year, but it will happen. The more you work at it, the more you stay strong, the more you take accountability, it will work out. It will work out. And I hope that you do try your best to get the help you need in different areas in your life. Because I can assure you, when you get the help that you need, you won't go back to the coping mechanism of emotional eating. You just won't. I don't even want to eat when I'm upset or mad anymore. If anything, I want to find a solution. I want to find a solution to the problem. Or I want to do something like walking, an alternative. I don't want to run to food anymore because overeating and overindulging has caused me more problems than good. And when that happens, it's just not good. It's not helpful. When you have to actually have real bad problems, it is not healthy. So please get the help that you need, and don't be afraid to talk about what you're going through. I'm always here. I'm not going anywhere. Please subscribe to our emails at fat2fears.org and join my weight loss group on Facebook at Fat2Fears. We're going to work together. We're going to encourage one another. And we're going to make sure that no one walks alone. Have a great, 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 great day. Talk to you guys soon.